keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70.
Hey, everybody. What's good people? It's your girl, Janeah, coming to you with another Boss Conversations with Janeah. Today, I have a queen on board who's making all kind of boss moves. I've been watching her for a while. I've been in the background listening to her give, motivational speeches, bringing her teams up. It's really an honor to have her on the show and to talk about her journey and what she's doing. So I'm glad I was able to get her in during this time, you guys, so I can honor her and the history and the things that she has done. So with that being said, good people, let me bring on my guest, Miss Dior Lucas.
Hey, how are you?
Ooh, I'm good, girl. How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm honored. I'm thankful. It's a good day. It's a good day.
That is good. You looking good over there. The
Thank
background,
you.
everything looks so nice. Like you're all coordinated and everything. I love it.
Thank you.
I've put together a little video to kind of give us a visual history of some of the work that the Queen has done over the past year or so. It's not too far back. So this is some of the work she's done recently. So you guys, let's just take a look at her work.
Man, I've had the biggest revelation that I've had in a long time about myself. I realized that the reason why I haven't gotten to the level and why so many people have not gotten to the level that they desire is because they're stagnant. Either they're stagnant in their mind, they're stagnant in their body, and they're stagnant in their voice. For a long time, you and I have not used our voice to command the things that we want in our life. But today is the day that you can decide to command everything that you desire, wish, and dream into your life. Tap in.
Give us like your favorite quote.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Favorite quote, something that you just motivate the viewers, man. Something crazy. Give us
right.
Something
Well,
crazy.
it's actually a Bible scripture. Much is given, much is required.
I
Right.
like that.
Right.
I like
And the
that.
reason why that's my favorite is because we want a lot. We all want to succeed. We want the money. We want the recognition.
Yeah.
But it requires when you are given the task to lead and to help people and do things. A lot comes with that, right? And I think that is something that we always have to remember. Like there's ups and there's downs, and it's a process.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Absolutely.
You're going to have some good business deals. You're going to have some bad business deals. But much is given, much is required.
We're at an amazing event in Atlanta.
Atlanta, baby.
Atlanta. We have something special going on.
Listen, it's a secret. All I gotta say is stock is going up.
They gonna listen. They gonna know. They gonna find out.
Millionaires create wealth by investing. So I always wanted to get my fingers in it, but never knew how. So I'm just excited that it's a platform that is really taking the time out to teach us all these necessary things that, listen, we're going to need anyway. Right?
Because digital currency is it.
Everything. It's the new.
Yes. Because we are about our health, but financial health is very important.
Booyah!
I think that's number one.
Booyah! And we be so programmed, like, it's not, take your time. Yes, take your time, but hurry up. You know how you be like, take your time, but hurry up, please? Like, put some urgency on it. Put some urgency on your life. Put some urgency on the things that you want. Put some urgency that if you don't get it right, your kids is gonna have to get it right. If you don't put in the work right now for yourself, it's just gonna be passed down to your kids, and your kids gonna have to do the work. You're gonna hand over your problems to your kids, and your kids gonna have to handle the work that you didn't do. That's what it's gonna be.
Hey. So, girl, how do you feel looking back at your work?
I love it. I look at it and I'm like, wow, like how far I've come, how much I've grown, how much of a woman I'm becoming, a woman that I love, right? Like that girl that I saw, that version of myself that I used to vision and dream about, like I'm that girl now. And I'm just so grateful that I made it, right? I'm making it. I'm reaching the goals that I wanted, said that I wanted to do. And I'm just so humble because, a lot of people don't get to that level, or they don't even discover self-mastery, or they don't even enter into that realm. So I'm just grateful, and it's just such a beautiful thing to watch it back. I was watching it back like, that was good. So yeah, I love it. Thank you so much.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Shout out to you and your roses today for all that you've done and working with all of these women. It's a beautiful thing. So let's go ahead and kick off the whole interview. So go ahead and introduce yourself, your name, the name of your businesses and business ventures and things that we're going to discuss. Go ahead and kick it off.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me on this platform. I'm super grateful to be a part of the Boss Conversation. What you're doing is amazing for the community, amazing to lift the spirits of women and to empower them. So, Jay, I'm so grateful for you to even allow me on this platform. So thank you. And thank you for your work. For you guys that don't know me, my name is Dior Lucas. Dior like Christian, Lucas like George Lucas. No relation, unfortunately, right? But I am a spa owner. I am a retired NFL massage therapist. I am the first Black woman to own a sauna wellness studio in New Jersey. And now I've been taking everything that I've learned, everything that I've gone through, and I am now coaching other spa, beauty, and wellness professionals make their first $1,000 week, and then helping them move to their first 10K month. So that is what I'm going, and I have turned all the money that I've made. I am now also an investor. I invest in my own projects. I fund my own projects. I back myself.
Okay, big boss moves. I hear you, and I see you, sis. That is beautiful. Now, how long have you been in the spa game?
Wow, this year is actually going to be the 6th year that I actually changed my career over into the spa world. So 6 years it's been.
What did you do before?
I just did different jobs like retail, waitressing, just trying to find a way. I just needed to get paid. I didn't go to college. I just needed to find jobs that was going to be able to take care of me and my daughter. So I tried a whole lot of different things, but I tapped in. I knew the power of getting a skill set. Right. If you want to compete with someone that has gone to college or someone that may have that silver spoon or have a head start in life, get a skill set, because if you get a skill set or you tap into something that you're good at, you can surpass that person for sure.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay. That is beautiful. Now, when you decided to go into the spa business, like, did you have any, were you scared? Were you like, I don't know if this is going to be a good thing? Or did you know, like, this is it? This is the lift. This is what I need to do?
Right. So what got me into the spa industry was I was actually introduced to it by getting some different body treatments. So I have a body contouring and a post-op studio as well. And I was just getting different treatments, like, trying to get my stomach down, trying to get the love handles down, try to work on the cellulite. And I started to get those treatments myself. And as I started to get kind of close with the therapist that was working on me, I was like, oh, I could do this. This is something that I could enjoy to do. And I asked her, like, how could I get into this industry? And she told me either, being a massage therapist or an esthetician. When she said massage therapist, it sparked me. It triggered me, because I remember when I used to work at like one of these retail stores, I used to just always give my friends like massages on their shoulders. And I remember this one guy that I work with, he was like, oh my gosh, Dior, you have some really good hands. Like, you should look into being like going into massage therapy. I did not know anyone that ever did massage therapy. I never even got a massage at that point. But him saying that triggered me, because again, I knew that I didn't go to college and I needed to figure out something. I did look into school. At that time, the schooling for massage therapy was about $15,000, no financial aid. I was a new mom, all of this. So I could not afford it at that time. But later in life, when this woman told me, when I was just going to get some treatments, it triggered me, and it reminded me, like, you've been looking for something that you could do. You're looking for something that you could be good at that can turn into money. Let's revisit that. So that is how I got into massage therapy and turned into the spa industry, and it turned into what it is today.
That's great. Wow. So that's a good story. That's a good story.
Right.
I love to hear people's stories. It is amazing to me. And I believe that with all these stories that I'm allowing people to tell, other people can get all these nuggets from it. And so I think that is just awesome.
Yep.
Is this your first business? Or how long have you been an entrepreneur? Did you start other businesses or hustles that could have been a business?
It's funny that you asked that, because that was one thing that always frustrated me. I never felt like I had like a natural skill that, or a hustle, like something just naturally, like sew or do hair or cook, where I could turn it into a hustle. I was just conditioned to be a good worker or a good customer service. So I never just had like this natural thing. And I used to look at myself and I used to beat myself up, like, dang, like you're not even good at anything. Like, you can't even start a business. So no, I never had any side hustles. I always dreamed about owning a business. I would drive past daycares and be like, oh, that's a good business. I would pass by laundromats and be like, I should do that. I remember trying to start something with a concierge business with one of my friends at the time, and it didn't work. So when I went to massage therapy school, even before I went to massage therapy school, my mindset was like, this is something that I could do. Well, maybe I could open up a place and have that lady work for me. And when I reached out to her, she had moved out of the state. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to do this myself. And I said, but it's not gonna be just be a regular massage therapy. It's going to be with the reasoning of doing these services, right? Because it wasn't really popular at the time. So that was when I started to really, really start moving into entrepreneurship. So my entrepreneurial journey started once I came out of school, right?
That is awesome, girl. And you beasting in it already. Like
Right.
you took that joint and flew, like, okay, because
Right.
you was already mentally ready. And that is, man, that's the most powerful thing that an
Right.
entrepreneur can have is to have your drive, your dream, your goals, and your mental all on the same accord because you're
Mm-hmm.
unstoppable, when it's all on the same accord.
Right.
Wow. And see, I didn't know until I started like looking when I went onto your website and start looking that you provided all these other services. So I initially thought, I've known and heard for a while that you own spas, right? So
Right.
I'm just thinking, you could go there and just get some facials and things like that. And so when we started talking about the interview and I started, researching, I'm like, damn, sis offer all kind of stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
damn,
Mm-hmm.
she in
Yep.
the game. So can we talk about what other services do you offer so people can know? Also, tell them before you tell them the services, let them know where your spas are located.
So I actually own two storefronts in Rahway, New Jersey. It wasn't always like that. I started doing mobile massages, and it grew into me having the one of the most desirable storefronts in a up and coming downtown of Rahway. So that's where we're located. Okay. Um,
Okay.
and the services that we offer, because I've always been about like self-care, self-help. The wellness industry is very important to me. So, like I said, I'm the first Black sauna spa operator in New Jersey. So we offer like detox sauna sessions. We do body contouring, which is a non-invasive service to help women in general to shape their body without going in, opting into surgery if they don't want to. And then we also offer post-op massages where we do the massages for women who do opt in to get those procedures, along with different things like wraps and body wraps and cellulite treatments. But we totally focus on the women really just feeling good about themselves and having a safe place, a safe oasis, we call it, to be able to, keep up with themselves and make sure that they feel good about themselves.
Oh, wow. So um are there plans or visions or thoughts of taking your spas to other cities?
Right. Well, I used to think about franchising it and bringing it to the different locations. But as I evolve, as I learn the industry and as I learn more about myself, I don't think that brick and mortar is really the way that I want to go as far as building my legacy. Right. The only way that I will go back into expanding it is if I own the building and I had some storefront under there, then it's a whole different ball game. But just with, a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we're just like, oh, I want to own a business, I want a storefront, I want a store, I want a brick and mortar. And it comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of responsibility. So I will not be franchising it. I am going to be moving to Georgia this year, to Atlanta, the Black Mecca, right? And I may bring my business concept down there, but I'm already working on some different ideas to scale my brands, and also to just bring in money a different way. But brick and mortars and franchising with this model that I've been using, I have finally made my mind up that I don't want to model that concept this time around.
Oh, wow. You're such a light queen. You're such a light. It is really good to see. I know that your journey, I know you've come from a long way, especially somebody really contemplating, like, how can I do this? I see myself being this type of way, but how can I do this? And then you found a way. You
Mm-hmm.
spoke about coming to Atlanta, to Georgia. That's good. I'm doing a really big event in Atlanta
Mm.
in May, and
Bring me in, sis.
I was just about to say, I'm only gonna have a certain amount of speakers, but I'm gonna go ahead and extend the invitation. If you want to come out and speak, it's gonna be businesses there. They're all gonna be doing their own little thing, and we're gonna have performance. It's going to be a nice little
Right.
shindig. But since you're
Right.
already moving down there, I'll get with you offline and tell you the dates. And yeah, you're welcome to come and put that juice out there, girl. Let them
Yes,
see what you
yes.
got. Oh, that is beautiful. So, man, so with all of this, I see that you also have a strong king on your side. And I
Yes,
see
yes.
that you guys are really stepping out as a power couple together, making power moves.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for one, has it always been like that? And two, how important is it to have such a supportive spouse by your side?
Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, I'm just so grateful. To be honest, I manifested my husband long time ago. Like, you know, I had a daughter young, and I remember having a conversation with my girlfriend, and I was just like, you know, the new relationship that I get in, I want a man that's not gonna cheat, that's not gonna be like out on the streets, and I don't want him to have kids. And she was just like, how are you gonna say you don't want someone with kids when you have a child? I said, because that's what I want. That's because that's what I want. And, you know, and that was years ago. And to, you know, have found my partner, and for him to not have kids and for him to not be someone on the streets, I'm like, when I really think about that thing, that's what I actually pray for. And that's what I actually manifested for myself. So we've been together for 6 years. We just got married last year. So we are newly married. And it's so important to have someone supportive. Like, I know that my husband is who I was supposed to be with, because like he's way beyond supportive. Like, he posted something yesterday about like, when you marry an entrepreneur, you actually become their assistant. And the fact that he's okay
Down to
and
be your
he's down with
assistant.
that, and he sees my vision, and like he knows what I've been through, and he's like, you deserve to win, you got it, and everything. Like, that's everything, right? Because I'm just gonna give you guys this. When they say, like, when you elevate and when you start to grow, you do change, and it's not always a bad change. But you will drop off people, you will drop off old friends, old habits, and everything. And my husband, when I met him, I was going through a huge transition of friendship, and he was the person that filled in that gap. He was the person that lifted me up, and kept me going, because it was a very, you know, friendships could be very traumatic.
Yeah.
Breakups
Yeah.
can be just as traumatic as a relationship with a
Yes.
man. So he really was there to lift me and to make sure everything that I needed at that time, he provided. And, you know, even being an entrepreneur and growing, there was a time where I was just like so money focused, and like, I'm gonna pick my business over you. Like, don't make me pick at sometimes. And it caused like a little bit of a separation. But I realized that we're stronger together than apart. And when I start to really understand that, and when I really started to value my relationship and the covering that he provided for me, I said, I have to figure out how to include him into my things as he's creating his things, so that it's not like a one-sided thing.
Right.
So having a spouse that supports you is a must. It's non-negotiable.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that can make or break a person. And I don't think people realize that, just like you talk about, not you, but just like people talk about, the friends, the people that you hang around, they can pull you down with them or
Right.
lift you up. It is even more so with the person that you're sleeping with the person that you are intimate with, that you're sharing that space with. Like, a person that don't want to see you really shine, oh, they would throw so many blockers, and there's so many
Right.
subliminal things that they do, all of that, because they don't want to see you grow or
Right.
don't want to see you surpass them, all kind of things. So I just love to see it. I love to see power couples, black couples. And, I was talking to a friend about how when you see women that are really flourishing, that are in relationships, they have the most supportive husbands or
Right.
spouses, because it's not always a man. Sometimes they're married to a woman, but for women,
Mm-hmm.
that are in relationships. You know, just like even with celebrities, when Mary J. Blige be going through something bad, we don't see her like while she in a turmoil.
Right.
When it's over, we gonna get some fire music.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So it's the same thing. It's beautiful just to see that. Congratulations to
Thank
you
you.
for manifesting that and living in your truth, boo.
Yes.
So, what is Dior's formula for staying at peace, staying balanced and focused? What are a couple of things that you do to keep yourself at peace?
Oh, that's an amazing question. My formula is still in the works. Okay. It's still in the works and I'm still testing and trying and, dropping some things and picking some things up. But what I've found that has been working for me the most is a morning routine where I'm not just waking up and starting to work. I really desire and to really have a foolproof like morning routine where I don't talk to anyone. I don't check emails. I don't start anything until after 12 o'clock and allowing that morning time to really be me time and my family time and getting my mind together, listening to my motivations, reading my Bible, reading my devotionals, doing my stretching, drinking my water, drinking my tea, and really just being right, just being grateful and just like centering myself before I get into this hectic world, because the world ain't going anywhere, the work isn't going where, the emails are not going anywhere. But that formula, that me really working towards that morning routine has been one of the major things that I think has helped me not balance but find harmony and with me and my life and with business.
That's dope. Yeah, that's good. You definitely have to have that me time, sis. It's it's imperative. I definitely take my me time. I'm not gonna reply till I get ready to reply. That's
Right.
just that. And so yeah, if I'm resting or if I'm just doing something else, like especially with dealing with boss conversations, it is just so much, even in the background with editing and marketing and everything.
Mhm.
If I'm focused, and I'm only gonna focus on what I choose to focus on. And I
Right.
think people need to start taking the time to get selfish. You know, I said a few years ago that I was going to grant myself the permission to be selfish
Right.
unapologetically.
Right.
And so that means that if I tell a person no, it's a period behind that. I ain't got to explain shit. I ain't got to say nothing to you as to why. Because I said
Yes.
no, don't ask me why, because I'm not your kid. So I ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. And when I got into that space, boy, that was a kind of liberation that was just really, it was so freeing because I
Mhm.
really
I
understand like
know.
when older women, like you know how your grannies and your older aunts, like they
Yep.
say anything, and you like, damn, like they be cold with it and everything. But the older you get, the more you understand why they just don't give up.
Yeah, they don't care.
Like, man, they don't care. So I've been gradually moving into that space, especially when I hit 40. Girl, when I hit 40, I was like, wait, girl, ain't
Mhm.
nobody got time to be explaining nothing. I said no. And a lot
Right.
of times it be things that people want you to do so they're not inconvenienced, you know, so they want you to pick up their slack. Why can't you do it? Because I can't. Because I can't. Take your time for you. That's a great thing. I love to hear it. Now, I do know I met you in the space of network marketing.
Right.
I know you did that for a couple years, but now you have decided to focus on your spa empire, and that's a
Mhm.
beautiful thing. What did you learn doing? Did you learn anything during network marketing? Did you learn anything about yourself or about business or anything like that that was helpful or not?
Yes, yes. I mean, let me just say this for the record. Like, I love what network marketing offers as far as like the residual income and and the opportunity for the amount of money that you can make in such a short amount of time. Network marketing to me is like a bank. Like that is a version of my banking system that I use. I love network marketing and I always believed in the process of network marketing. I did a lot of companies prior to the one that me and you were in together. And I always believed in the system that it works. Like with anything, there's gonna be things behind the scenes or people and stuff, because that's just life, right?
Right.
That may not be so beautiful, but the whole concept and the structure of how network marketing is, where you could go from, being considered poor to now being a 4-figure earner, 5-figure earner, a 6, 7, and on, is powerful. I think I learned my biggest lessons lessons and teachings while being in network marketing. In this particular company, with the company that we were in, we had an amazing leader that just was so knowledgeable and that always shared a lot of information. And I really, really learned from that. My belief system, I learned about self-development. I didn't know what I was kind of doing before, but I realized that what I was always striving for was a level of self-development, self-mastery, all of that. So I learned a lot more about the power of the mind, self-mastery, morning routines, leadership, how my leadership needed to grow, how I still have so much more to do for myself and growth. I learned pretty much everything about me, like who I was. I found out who I was and who I thought I was and who I wasn't. Like I learned so much. So network marketing was a pivotal moment in my life. It will forever be that has graduated me to where I am at today. And the reason why I just decided to, one thing that I did learn is in network marketing is that you got to brand yourself. Sometimes people don't get that gem, and sometimes people get wrapped up in their identity is that company, but you are the plug. You are the one that has to build relationships with people. You're the one that has the community. You're the one that has the network. People are connected to you. That's your network and that's your net worth. So I really just, everything that I've learned, and I remember my girlfriends, and this is funny because I remember when I first joined and I started becoming really, really successful financially, they were like, oh, you should take that model and apply it to your business. And I was like, why would I take the model? Like, I love it. Like, no, like, but now I understand, like, no, like, you got to brand yourself, baby. Like, you need to brand yourself. That's your community. You need to lead your people. So network marketing was it for me. It was it for me.
That is dope. And I am so glad that you got that you caught on to that gem that your friends was giving you, because they was putting you up on game.
Right.
But it's good that you didn't realize it when you didn't realize it. You know why? Because you might have fell back before you got everything that you just talked about.
Right, true.
And so everything that you talked about is what gave you the real juice to amp your stuff up, your own game up like 100 times. Like you leveled up like crazy. Mm-hmm. And so that gets us into the last thing I really want to talk about to you about as far as your business, unless it's something I don't know about. But let's get into the Spa Builder Academy. So what prompted you to, what is that? And what prompted you to start it?
Right. So like I said, I've been in business in the spa industry for over 6 years. And one thing that I've learned while I was in the industry is about pivoting and leveling up your business. Like at every level in your business, there's another level. And I always teach this method. The spa Builder Academy is a coaching program for spa, beauty, wellness professionals that have been in business for 3 years or less, to show them how to build their business properly by the mistakes that I've made so that they don't have to make it, so they can make their first $1,000 for the week, and then their goal to get into their first 10K, because that's usually always someone's first goal. Like, I want to make 10K, their first goal, and then it starts moving up. So that academy was built out of just paying it forward. I remember someone I had a coach and she was paying it forward to me, right, teaching me the game. So when you're leveling up and when you're scaling your business, the formula that I teach my students is the first one is you're the provider, right? It's usually the solo entrepreneur, whatever business that you're in. You're probably the face of the business. You're doing all the work. Like you're it, right? You're the solo business person. The next stage to growing your business would be, okay, being the plug, being the manufacturer, or providing the services for people that are the solo entrepreneurs. So you move up. And then the last tier that I teach them is you being the actual teacher, right? Teaching the people from level 1, level 2. Teaching is the third pillar. Education is the third pillar of leveling up, teaching someone how to do it. Right. And that's through your experiences. So that is where the Spa Builder Academy was born, to show people the way. Because I remember I needed some help when I first started. So that is what the Spa Builder Academy is. That's my baby. And we are relaunching it. We're rebranding it, and we're really, really structuring it this year to really have it run like seamlessly and to really target our audience that we're looking for.
Shout out to you, sis, for making it up there and reaching back and pulling people up and teaching people, because that is so important.
Yeah.
It is a very important tool. Wow. Like, okay. All right. We talked about, she's a mindset coach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, business coach. So she also helps with businesses. As she said, she's a retired NFL massage therapist.
Right.
This got all kind of things going on. Now, is there another lane you thinking about entering? Is there something else you might want to venture into, or have you ventured into something else?
Yes. So in the space that I'm in now, I'm going into being a transformational, not a motivational, but an actual transformational speaker. My goal and one of my dreams is to be one of the top paid women speakers in the world, right? I want to be on stages where I not only motivate people, but I motivate them enough to actually transform and execute and actually change ways, thinkings, habits, businesses, and everything so that they can grow. So that is the lane that I'm actually changing into. And I'm actually going to Atlanta next week to actually meet with my first new coach. I always invest in myself. So I got me a coaching, a speaker coach that's going to show me the game, show me everything, show me how to formulate, coaching programs. And like, I'm just so excited because when I do a self-evaluation every year. Actually, I do it like monthly and weekly. But this year, when 2002 came, I said, what is it that I really want to do? Like I said before, I don't want to open up a brick and mortar. Like, that's not my passion anymore, right? Like I did it, I conquered it. I see the back end and I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like I want to do more. I want to impact more, right? And I said, what do I really want to do? Like, what is going to be my retirement plan? And I said, what I really want to do is be able to really, really work from my home, like work from the leisure of my home, from my beach home, from my home in Europe, my home in Cali. Like I want to be able to make home money, like couch money, and not have to leave if I don't want to. Right. And then when I do leave, I want to be paid to speak. I realized when I was talking to people for free, they were showing me that they had pages and pages and pages of information. And that is my intellectual property. And that was like the aha moment. And I'm like, I'm talking for free. I'm just talking and people are getting value and their lives are being changed. Like I want to be a speaker and I want to get paid for it. And I want to live a life of leisure and I want to use my intellectual property. I want to use my mind versus my, body and labor and all of that to make a living. So that is what I am moving into along with the coaching programs that I'm going to be launching.
Best of luck and success with those endeavors, sis. That is totally awesome. I definitely see you in that space. Those speaker gigs, boy, whoo,
Right.
they pay well. So that is a very good lane to move into. You do say that you are a spa owner turned women investor. What does that mean?
Right. So when I was in that, like I said, when I was in that network marketing company, like I said, that structure, like network marketing, is my bank because I did so well in the network marketing industry. That money that I made, I used that to invest and actually scale up my spa. So I was in a smaller location. I took that money and I invested it into my spa to get a bigger location, to get better equipment, higher end equipment. I took that money and I bought a vehicle that now I'm able to turn into passive income and put it on Toro. So I turned my business, my concept, my network of spa, and using network marketing as my bank to actually be my own investor and to be able to invest into other friends and so on and so forth. So even now, because I understand the concept of, being the backer, the investor, the silent partner and stuff like that, now I'm an investor. I'm always looking for opportunities to put my money, invest in. Now I'm into putting my money in crypto and getting into that digital world and really being that real. I'm an investor. Like, I'm an investor. So that is where that came from. And that's who I am. So I embody it.
Okay, girl, you are a beast. I'm trying to tell you. That's what's up. You are so damn intelligent. That is cool. I love to see how you just are constantly figuring out how to level up, figuring
Right.
out how to level up, level up, level up, level up, level up,
Right.
as Sierra would say. That's all I keep thinking about. How do you define success?
Ooh, that's amazing. A question. Success is really having true peace of mind, true happiness, actually seeing your prayers, your dreams actually unfolding in front of your eyes and witnessing. That is the true success. Money is just an extra tool on top of that. But success is actually seeing everything that you dreamed about, visioning, learning self mastery, mastering it, learning to, trust God, trusting Him, and seeing it. That is success. You've succeeded in mastering life. That is it. And then the money will come. Right, because money is an energy. It's going to come. You attract money when you work on yourself.
I'm glad he was able to get back in. I might edit that part out.
Right.
I might just leave it for the authenticity. But nevertheless, what are the qualities, in your opinion, of a successful entrepreneur?
Transparency. Up, hands down, like that equality of being able to be that vulnerable and that transparent is a superpower, and a lot of people do not like to show the truth, and they do not like to show their bad days, their bad emotions, their bad thoughts, and that is a disservice to people after you, people that are your super fans, people that look up to you. You're doing a disservice to people not being transparent, and not being transparent comes with a lack of self-worth and self-love for yourself. So if someone that's successful that does not show their transparency and doesn't show you the good and bad, I would look out. I would look out on that. It's very important. That's an important top quality that I look for when I go when I get my coaches and different things, and I partner with people. A level of transparency.
That is good. That is Very good. I tell people all the time who are thinking about doing something, who are like, I'm trying to wait till I get, no, no, no. Like, go ahead and start from the gutter because your tribe is always going to love to see your level up. Like, that's how you get your true tribe. Like, people like to see you when you're going through the grind. Don't just pop out, oh, I'm this. Yeah, no. Let them see you get there. And so they'll believe it, they'll feel it, and they'll have that energy, and you'll have your real tribe that you attract.
Right.
So yes, transparency. It's a good thing. And I love how transparent you are. You like, look, either I'm dressed up or I'm not. Okay. But you're gonna get what I'm saying. You're gonna get this work. Because
Right.
everybody is not all dolled up every day. I don't know, people let social media fool them if they want to, but these people be having hot mess days too, okay?
Right.
You just don't see it because they wouldn't dare let you see it.
Right. And that's why I started doing the car talks and stuff like that, because, and we were talking about that before, I started doing that because I couldn't allow me not having my hair done, not having lashes on, stop me from building my brand and building who I am, especially if I say I want to be a speaker. Like, how can people want to book me if they don't even know how I speak or what my mindset is like? And, you know, I really do have, like, you know, it's one day I was talking to my mom, and my mom was just like, how did you become so wise? Like, you're giving me advice. Like, how did you become so wise? And I was just like, I don't know. I was just like, but this is who I am. And again, not being transparent, not opening up your mouth, not sharing who you are with the world is a disservice. So I had to just find what worked for me, because I used to get caught up. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me a little beat face, a lip gloss, and a lash. You know, I'm gonna set myself, because I also understand marketing, and I understand that people are attracted to that. So I get that. But I also needed to find an outlet where I could just be my stripped down self, put a little, you know, thank God for filters, right? Put a little filter on it, but still have a level of a level of regularness so that people could relate.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. So where can the people find you? Let them know where all the avenues, the websites, anything you want. Let them know where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at the Dior Lucas, or you could find me at www.diorlucas.com. If you want to work with me, want to book with me, one-on-ones, I do one-on-ones with people. I do coaching programs, and I could be booked for booking speaking events through www.dior.com, diorlucas.com.
That's dope. That's dope. Any last gems or nuggets you want to share with the people and drop on them before we get out of here?
Ooh, just keep going. Like, don't give up, and just every day, just vision that girl, that man who you see yourself as being. Always think about how you can make a difference in the world and in people's lives, and keep dreaming that vision of the person you want to be versus your current circumstance. Like, you have no idea what's behind this phone, right? So you have to keep visioning who you want to be so that it can be. So that is my words. Keep visioning who you want to be and not who you are right now.
All right. That is dope. I love it, Queen. Thank you so much for coming and sitting and having a conversation with me. This was a very good conversation. It was so many nuggets. You know, I want to have conversations that matter. And this is a conversation that really matters. It is showing a powerful queen who has, y'all, she really telling us that she built this empire from nothing, from her thoughts and visions of how she saw herself and how she saw herself doing business. And then she went and found a way to do it. So big ups to her for doing that. Thank you for coming on, Queen.
Thank you.
I'm going to shoot you off and go ahead and close out. If you hold on 1 second for me, I thank you. All right, you guys. Another boss conversation. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that, Queen, for coming on. Remember, we'll be back next Wednesday.
same energy. Work on being better.